Okay. So that's a done. Thinking theory done. There was a behaviorist theory. There was a the Gestalt theory. There's a cognitive theory. There's another cognitive theory, developmental theory, and basic mode theory. And there is a information processing theory. So these are the theory. Then there was a psychoanalytical theory. They are thinking how to think. They said how to think and how the person is thinking. Now we are moving to the problem solving. So that will be the last part. Today's last session. Now, anyone, any confusion in the memory and in the thinking? If anyone, please say. Otherwise, say, sir, proceed.
Sir,
Ah,
so once could you explain what's the difference between ego and superego?
what?
Can I explain difference between ego and superego?
Ego and superego.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me explain here what it mean by id. First, id. There was a three letter. Id, then ego, and there is a superego. Three letter given by the whom? The three concepts
Sigmund
given by
Freud.
whom? Sigmund Freud. Okay. Id, what it is saying? It is saying it's our internal desire. Like we hunger. There is a drives. Many drives we have. So it's a hunger. We are hungry and we are thirsty. So hungry. So we want to fulfill our desires. With hungry, there is a if it is happening is there not there we are eating. So many of the things the insects like we can say our instinct or we can say our desires or we can say our derives, like there is a hunger, there is a sleep, there is a sex, there is a thirst, and there is a the sneezing, and there's many of the things, the blinking the eye. So we can't control. So it has a no any control. It when it will be required we can do, like if there is a hunger is happening, so there is a no any control on the hunger, so you need to eat. If there is a thirst, so you need to drink the water or you need to fulfill your thirst. If there is a sex, it is happening, so there will be, it's saying that it should be happen. If there is a another things like a sleep is coming, so you should sleep there. So there is a no way to do. So in the it is no having the knowledge about the good or bad. Good or bad. See, now I'm coming on that. The it has a no knowledge about the good or bad. Now, who is saying about the good or bad? Like there is a sleep. Sleep is coming. There is a you are very sleepy. You are very sleepy. So the sleepy person they can sleep. Sleep, but where? So ego is saying no. Here you cannot sleep. It is not good for sleep to you. It's not good for sleep to you. If no one will be there, so you can sleep on the like on the earth also or the floor also. There is a no bed, there is a no chair, there is a no sofa, so you can sleep on the first also. If no one will be there, so you can sleep. Otherwise, you are in the students and you are in the reputed position, so you cannot sleep on the floor. So ego is saying if no one is there, you can. One example. That's another example. It is hunger. There is a hunger, and you are moving. There is a too much hunger, and there is a you are means there is a extreme hunger is there, and there is a need of the to eat something. So eat something. You are asking here and there. There no one is giving to the food. No one is giving the stuffs. So there is a some the store or there is a some bhajia wala and there is a some idli vada. They are there. So you move to the idli shop, and idli shop is he is looking there, or sweet shop. So the person is looking there, and you are catching or you are stolen some stuffs and you are eating. So it's a id. It's a id. You are fulfilling your desires. It's a id. But ego, what is ego is saying? Ego is saying, no, it's not good. It's not good. First, if no one is there, if the shopkeeper is looking outside or shopkeeper is not there, he is not looking to you, there is a camera is not looking to you, so you can do. You can do. So that's a ego. Ego is saying you can do, you can fulfill your desires, but see, no one can see to you. That's a ego. No one can see to you. It's ego. What is super ego? Super ego is saying that no, if bad things, it's a bad things. You can't do. Either you feel it is not fulfilling, don't fulfill it, but don't do the bad things. Only do the good things. Ask someone. Ask someone if he is giving to you. So take. Otherwise, don't take. Don't stole. Don't make thiefness. So it is a super ego. So id, ego, super ego. Super ego is too much advanced, and the super ego is controlling to the ego and id. And ego is controlling to the ego, id, and id is under no any control. If id only is there, if it is only there, so it is no one under the anyone control. So many persons, if they have only id, so they are doing such nonsense things. Such nonsense things. There is a many of the things like there is a the robbery, there is a rape, there is a murder. So it is a part of the id. It is a part of the id. And ego, what is ego is doing? Like you all are doing. If there is no any camera, so you can think, you can do whatever you are doing. So you are doing that. So with the no one is seeing, so you are doing. But super ego, we are looking that there is a supernatural power. There is a not camera, the super camera is there on our top. So that's a looking everything. So we should think about that. So that's a super ego, and that's super ego is our mind. Our mind having the super ego, and the super ego is controlling that. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone clear the concept? Ego, super ego?
Yes, sir.
Now moving the problem solving. What it mean by problem solving? So one by one, Lakshmi, read. Again, I am calling to you. Her mic is not working.
She's traveling, sir. Maybe network issue.
Maybe network issue. Okay, then you read.
Okay, sir. Problem solving. Human life is filled with various challenges that often lead to feelings, often tension, conflict, struggle, failure, and disappointment. Full read, sir.
Okay, let me explain that. So human life has been too much. There is a sadness also, there is a goodness also, there is a happiness also. So everything. So in the sadness, in the happiness, we are not calling to the God. We are not remembering to the God. But if there is some sadness, if there is some badness, so we are being in the tension, we are being in the conflict, we are being in the struggle, we are being in the failure, disappointment, it is happening. So then we are looking at how we should resolve the things, how we should resolve this, how we should remove this all struggle. So for that, there is a problem solving is a need. Okay, to help. Yeah, next.
To help students navigate such difficulties, it is essential for teachers to teach problem solving techniques from the very beginning.
Yes. Now, next one.
By developing the skills of reasoning and decision making, students can become better equipped to handle problems and find solutions effectively.
Yeah. So it's not explaining. So it is already explained. Now, moving further. Yes.
A problem arises when we aim to reach a certain goal but encounter difficulties along the way.
Yeah, how the problem is coming. We are on the path to solve the problem, but it is not solving the problem. It is not encountering. So to encountering or to solving the problem, we are thinking and we are trying to solve the problem. So that's a problem solving is coming.
When we successfully overcome these obstacles and achieve our goal, we have solved the problem.
Yeah. So if you want to achieve our goal, if you want to reach, or if you want to remove our failure, if you want to remove our obstacles, so we should solve the problems. Yeah.
In essence, problem solving can be defined as the process of achieving a goal by overcoming difficulties.
Yeah. So in the last or in the conclusion, we can say what is problem solving? So problem solving is a process of achieving the goal, which is with the help of overcoming the difficulties. So if there is a difficulty, there is some challenges. So to solving the difficulties or to removing the difficulties, the process of that, it's called a problem solving. Yeah. So there's a given definition. Hasti, you can take rest till then.
According to Skinner, problem solving is a process that removes difficulties that appear to be obstacles in achieving goals. It is a process of making adjustment despite obstacles. Second one, according to Stanley Gray, problem solving is a para- parad- paradigm
Paradigm.
paradigm which involves logical thinking. Third one, according to Woodworth, problem solving behavior occurs when a new or difficult situation is encountered in which the problem cannot be solved by applying old methods based on previous experiences of similar situations.
Yeah. So the all three persons, Skinner, Stanley, and Woodworth, they are saying, so problem is on one of the obstacles. And with the obstacles, we are looking to the obstacles and we are trying to remove our obstacles. So that's if you are trying to remove our obstacles or the problem or the difficulties, so that called the problem solving process. Yeah. Next. So level of the problem solving. So there is a two level. So there are the mainly level of the problem solving. Some problem are very simple, which we can solve without any difficulties, like a desire to drink water. So we have the problem. So we move to the tap and we took some water and drank. So that's the problem solved. Or there is no water, so we purchase the water or purchase some cold drink, and we fulfill our the thirst. So there's a problem. It's a basic problem. Then there is another problem. Some problem are the complex or it's a deep problem. So complex which are difficult to solve. So for that what we are doing, like a desire to install a water system at the particular place in the desert. So in the desert, how will install the water? Like there is a problem to how to use our sea water for our drinking water. So it's a difficult because it's a salty water. So how to there is a too much salt. So how we will how we will make the useful of that water, because there is a too much salt water. So the RO the UV level is too much high in the sea water. So there's a problem. So that's the problem. Maybe if we solve the problem, so we can say that's a problem solving. So it's a scientific way. So to make us temperament, there is a many of the things we are resolving, like we are reaching to the moon, we are reaching to the Mars, everywhere we are reaching. So how we are reaching? With the solving the problems. So these are the something is a basic problem and something is a advanced problem or complex problem. Okay. So problem solving method.
Sir,
So
can you please show me previous slide? Not this, previous.
this one.
No. After this, when I'm reading one disconnected, that slide, sir.
This one.
Next. Ayo. Not this, sir. 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir. Hmm. After that, problems are after this picture. No, previous definition. 1 minute. Definition, I think that. Uh, oh,
Done?
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now, so there is a many method to solve the problem. First is a unlearned method. Unlearned method, it's a lower animal, like they are our creatures, small creatures they are using. Like honeybees instinctively suck nectars and stating enemies. So they are there is an enemy, so they are stating to the enemies. It's a basic unlearned method. So they are solving the problem with their desire only. But there is a trial and error given by the Thorndike. So Thorndike, we are trying and we are making the solution. So Thorndike experiment, the cat was escaping from the cage and solving the problems. So that's a trial and error method. Then inside method. Inside method, we learn the inside method. Inside method given by the Kohler. Kohler on the chimpanzee. He was experimenting on the chimpanzee. That's we learn the Gestalt theory. In the Gestalt theory, how the Gestalt theories are they are solving the problem with the inside. The sudden thinking, the sudden the trick is coming in the mind, and they are solving the problem. That's the inside method. Then there is a sentence language. So with the sentence, it's an old method. They are using some sentence, and with the sentence, they are solving the problems. Then there is a scientific method. Scientific method means there is some process, systematic process. With the systematic process, we are solving the problem. Like we are doing the research. So research is also one of the scientific method. So we are solving the problems with the scientific way. So modern human, who is solving the problem with the scientific way? So modern humans. So modern humans means our Homo sapiens sapiens. So the modern Homo sapiens sapiens solve the problems through the observation, hypothesis, and experimentation. Logical method, we learn the logical method. So in the logical method, what is happening? Solving the problems through the reasoning and logic. Like example, solving a math puzzles step by step. There is a creative method. This also we learn. Like using imagination and originality. Like inventing new tools and idea. That's a creative tool. Like we are preparing and we are using some drone and AI. So these are the modern and it's a creative thought. Then there's a intuitive. Intuitive means there is where we learn the intuitive. Anyone can say intuitive stage where we learn. Somewhere we learn the intuitive stage.
Cognitive development stages of
Which stage?
POS.
POS. Very good. POS. Pre-operational stage. So in the pre-operational stage, there is a pre-conceptual stage and second is a intuitive stage. Very good, Afra. Very good, Hasti. Then in that, what is happening? So solving the problem based on the gut feeling. Gut feeling. We know that there is a one serial is previously it was coming, but right now they are starting. Dara, तोड़ दे. नहीं, दारा ही नाम है, क्या नाम है? CID, in the CID. तोड़ दे दरवाजा.
Daya.
दया, हाँ, दया तोड़ दे दरवाजा. So there is they are solving the problems like the inspectors and the securities, the policemen. They are solving the cases with the intuitions. So intuition is a gut feeling. So gut feeling also solving the problems. Yeah. So these are the methods to solve the problem. Now moving further, there is some theory also. Steps of the solving the problem in the scientific way. The scientific method of solving the problem. So first understanding the problem, then collecting the information, creating the potential solution, then evaluating the potential solution, testing the potential solution, and using the solutions. So these are the steps of the scientific problem solving. Now we can say there is a one idea given by the Robert Gagne. So Robert Gagne has given the actually it has a 9 idea, but here it is showing the 8 idea. So 8 step. So there's a signal learning, stimulus response learning, and chain learning, verbal association, discrimination learning, concept learning, rule learning, and problem solving. So later, the topmost is the problem solving, and the smallest one, the smallest one is a signal learning. So signal learning is a smallest one, the basic the step, and the topmost is a problem solving. So here the lower level 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 is a lower level, like a signal learning, stimulus response, chain learning, and verbal association is the lowest level, and the upper level is, what is upper level? So the later 4, like discrimination learning, concept learning, rule learning, and problem solving. These are the higher based learning or upper based learning. So these also, Robert Gagne is also saying how the persons they are solving the problem. So solving the problem on the base of signal learning, on the base of stimulus response, on the base of the chain learning, on the base of the verbal association, on the base of the discrimination learning, on the basis of the concept learning, on the basis of the rule learning, and on the basis of problem solving. So these are the 8 point given by the Robert Gagne, but he has added one more points. So that's a total 9 ideas given by the Robert Gagne. Now, why problem solving? Why we are solving the problem? To enhance our insight first, to stimulate interest and enhance the creativity. For the creativity, we are solving the problem. For the critical thinking or selective critical thinking, that we are solving the problem. Toward the goal orientation, we are solving the problem. To install our confidence, to think something new, for that also we are solving the problem. For the scientific method, solving the problem. For the critical and creative thinking, or to developing the reasoning power, we are solving the problem. And to train ones to solve the problem in the future life. So for that also we are solving the problem. Now there is some merit and demerit. What are the merit and demerit? So first merit is to train students. It's why we are using the problem solving method. So with the problem solving method, we are we are making train to the students to solve the problem. To the thinking power ability, we are developing the thinking ability, decision making power, and to use the more brain, active brain, alert brain. For that also we are using the problem solving method. These are the merit. So to train for the self-study, children and students can do their self-study. They can develop their self-confidence, and they can develop their scientific temperament. For that, we are using the problem-solving method. So there is some drawback also, demerit. It's a demerit. We can say it's a demerit. What is the demerit? So demerit, this is a method works well only higher classes and unsuitable for the lower classes. So it is suitably for the higher classes, but unsuitably for the lower classes. Result may not always accurate or satisfactory. If you are solving the problem, maybe it is because it's based on the trial and error. So trial and error, maybe the error will happen more. So that's a maybe it's not happen. So it is a time consuming. It's take too much time. There's a time consuming and well-trained teacher required. Then sometimes the environment also not good for the solving the problem. So if there is a not good environment, the dull environment, so result will not come and problem will not solve. So there is a merit and demerit of the problem solving method. Okay. Then here finish. Now question. Permanent transmission of the information is called, on the basis of all the questions.
Long-term, permanent memory or long-term?
Long-term?
Or
Yes.
permanent?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Long-term memory. If there's a permanent transmission, then it's a long-term memory. Okay. Then what is the duration of the storage in sensory process? Sensory process, what is the duration?
Less than 1 second.
Yes, less than 1 second. Very good. What is the storage period of the short-term memory?
Less than 30 seconds.
Only you are saying.
Less
Rest.
than 30, sir.
Use the chat box. Okay, then fourth one. In which memory is a memory the information loses its existence very quickly? Short term, sensory, long term, or
Short term.
Sensory.
Yeah.
very quickly. Very quickly.
Sensory.
Yes, sensory. Sensory is a very quickly. It's a 1 second only, less than 1 second. So
Okay.
it's a loses the existence. Okay, fifth one. Thorndike experiment is based on the which method? Say
Trial and error.
trial and error. Very good. Very good. Trial and error. Thorndike is giving the trial and error. Right. They are in the chat box also. They are right saying rightly. Yeah. Kohler experiment demonstrate which method of learning? The Kohler, the Gestalt. The Gestalt is which the learning process they are
Insight.
insight learning theory. Very good. It's an insight learning theory. Not unlearned, not trial, and not scientific. It's an insight learning. Yeah. Then seventh, which method is the most used by the modern progressive individuals? Modern progressive individuals. Which type of problem solving?
Scientific.
Huh?
Scientific.
Yes, scientific. Very good. Scientific method. Right answer. Then the law of similarity is classified under law of similarity, secondary law, primary law, unlearned law, insight method.
Primary law.
These two not there. Only primary.
Primary law.
Which one? Primary law. Very good. Then ninth one. Now, which is the first stage of the Robert Gagner hierarchy? First stage. First stage. Robert Gagner, there was 8 Robert Gagner given. The first stage. SR learning, chain learning, signal learning, concept learning. Signal learning. Yes, right. Signal learning. The first point was a signal learning. In the hierarchy, there was a first learning. The signal learning. Yeah, right. Signal learning. Then last one. In the law of contrast, learning occur due to similarity, differences, repetition, or interest. There is a contrast, opposite, warm, cold. Speak someone.
Difference.
Yes, difference. Because there is a difference. It's a contrast. Contrast is saying about the difference. Yeah, right. So today we have completed our part, memory, thinking, and problem solving. There is only I think creativity is there. Now, what is there?
Creativity finished, sir. In that,
Creativity.
this memory, thinking, and problem solving only.
Okay, so later motivation.
Yeah.
Yes, motivation. We'll learn the motivation. Motivation is a short, only short. So tomorrow we'll finish the 2.3 and 2.4 together because both are the
Oh.
simple. And
Okay, sir.
there is no more explanation. Here it was a more explanation in the problem solving and in the our thinking because there was some theorist. So again, I am saying, please, means it's a continuity. You remember the things, who are the behaviorist theory, who are the cognitive theorists, and who are the humanist theories. These theories, please learn because it will be helpful to in the futures. So name and the theory and the implications simultaneously or the means regularly read and remember the things. At least one time you can turn the page, and with the turn the page you can learn, and it will be recall and it will be in the memory. So today we are finishing here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We'll meet tomorrow, same time, same platform. With the
Okay, sir.
same time, same platform with the our 2.3 and 4. No, 2.3, yes, 2.3 and 4. The motivation and the stages of learning. Yeah. Till then, bye bye. Take care.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.